You think you know Biscoff as that crispy airline cookie, but the real secret isn't in the biscuit at all. It's what happens when they take those same caramelized cookies and transform them into something completely different. Through a process so precise, it makes Swiss watchmaking look casual. The spread that's now taking over breakfast tables worldwide actually started with a simple TV viewer's suggestion in Belgium. Today, we're going inside the factory where millions of these cookies get ground, mixed, and transformed into that creamy spread through industrial machinery most people will never see. Most people think Biscoff started as airplane food, but the real story begins in 1932 in a small Belgian bakery where the Boon family had a problem. Jan Boon Sr. established his modest family bakery in Lembeke, Belgium, with a clear vision to craft caramelized cookies using only natural ingredients. He named his creation Lotus, inspired by the flower symbolizing purity. The challenge was that speculoos cookies were originally just seasonal St. Nicholas treats, limiting the bakery's year-round business potential. The Boon family faced the challenge of transforming a holiday-only product into something people would crave daily, requiring a complete shift in how people thought about spiced cookies. Their perfected recipe featured caramelized sugar and a carefully balanced spice blend that could be sourced even during the challenging post-war era. Early production was highly labor-intensive, with the Boon family hand-kneading dough and shaping each cookie using traditional methods passed down through generations. Each cookie was meticulously hand-pressed into wooden molds, a process that took approximately 4 minutes per cookie. The breakthrough decision came when they paired the cookies specifically with coffee culture, positioning them as a daily indulgence rather than seasonal specialty. The distinctive spice flavor quickly resonated with Belgian consumers, becoming the ideal accompaniment to their morning coffee. The 1950s brought innovation through individual packaging that made the cookies portable and cafe-friendly. This packaging strategy was transformative, enabling convenient on-the-go consumption while ensuring each cookie maintained its freshness, unlike multi-biscuit packs where remaining cookies could quickly become stale. By the 1980s, Lotus Bakeries faced export expansion challenges and the need for international appeal beyond traditional Belgian markets. The original name Speculoos wasn't widely recognized outside Belgium, and a large-scale international marketing campaign would have been prohibitively expensive. The 1986 rebranding from Speculoos to Biscoff reflected this global ambition, creating a name that worked across languages and cultures. Biscoff combined biscuit and coffee, designed to be more easily pronounced and understood across various languages. The strategic airline partnership starting with Delta in 1986 transformed a regional bakery product into the travel cookie recognized worldwide. The cookie's compact size, extended shelf life, and minimal crumbling made it ideal for air travel. Passengers in a captive environment were introduced to the cookie's unique flavor profile without immediate competition, fostering strong positive associations with their travel experience. The distinctive red and white packaging served as a recognizable cue, driving demand and paving the way for widespread distribution in supermarkets worldwide. The airline partnerships proved pivotal in elevating Biscoff from a niche European confection to a globally recognized brand. By the 1990s, annual sales growth reached 20%, building distribution networks on the foundation of millions of in-flight taste tests. This global recognition set the stage for the massive industrial scaling required to meet international demand, necessitating modernized production methods while preserving the integrity of the original recipe through highly precise manufacturing processes. The lotus flower shape on every Biscoff cookie isn't just decorative, it's the result of engineering precision that makes Swiss watchmaking look simple by comparison. Modern Lotus Bakeries operates massive production facilities where the challenge becomes replicating the exact caramelized flavor and crispy texture millions of times daily across different continents and climates. The factories must maintain absolute consistency whether cookies are being produced in Belgium during humid summer months or in Thailand's tropical conditions. Even tiny variations in spice measurement, dough temperature, or baking time can completely alter the signature taste that customers expect from their familiar red packaged cookie. The margin for error is practically non-existent when you're producing cookies that people recognize instantly by flavor alone. Computer-controlled spice measurement systems now measure ingredients to within 0.01 grams, ensuring identical flavor profiles whether the cookie is produced in Belgium or Thailand. These automated dispensing systems release precise amounts of cinnamon, nutmeg, and other spices into massive industrial mixers, eliminating the human error that could throw off the entire batch. The 500-liter mixers feature real-time viscosity monitoring that detects when the dough reaches the perfect consistency for rolling and cutting. Sensors continuously measure the dough's thickness and elasticity, automatically adjusting mixing speed and duration to achieve the exact texture needed for proper cookie formation. Once mixed, the dough must rest at a precise 68 degrees Fahrenheit temperature in climate-controlled chambers before moving to the pressing stage. The cookie pressing machines apply exactly 40 pounds of pressure during each cookie formation to achieve optimal density. This pressure ensures the cookies maintain their structural integrity during baking while creating the proper texture that produces the characteristic crunch. The lotus-shaped cutting dies and embossing process creates a decorative border while adding structural integrity to prevent breakage during transport. Each die is precision machined to create identical impressions, and the embossing pattern actually helps distribute stress points throughout the cookie, making them less likely to crack in packaging. The gradient heat zone ovens represent the final crucial step, featuring multiple temperature zones that caramelize sugars at exact temperatures to produce the characteristic amber color and crisp texture. The cookies travel through these ovens on conveyor belts, spending precisely calculated time in each temperature zone. The initial zones heat the cookies gradually to prevent burning, while the final zones create the deep caramelization that gives Biscoff its distinctive flavor and golden appearance. Quality control sensors monitor each cookie as it exits the oven, using infrared technology to measure color consistency and detect any irregularities in shape or texture. Cookies that don't meet the exact specifications get automatically rejected before packaging. This precision enables Lotus to deliver identical taste experiences whether the cookie is eaten in Brussels or consumed on a flight over the Pacific. This same precision becomes even more critical when these perfectly made cookies get transformed into something completely different through an industrial process that essentially destroys everything that made them perfect in the first place. In 2007, a Belgian television viewer made a suggestion that would accidentally create one of Europe's most popular breakfast spreads. But the engineering challenge was unlike anything Lotus had faced. The viewer's simple idea of making Biscoff into a spreadable form seemed straightforward until engineers realized cookies and spreads require completely different manufacturing approaches. Cookies are designed to be crispy and dry, while spreads need to be smooth and creamy, requiring the destruction of everything that made the original cookie perfect. The industrial grinding process begins where millions of perfectly baked Biscoff cookies get pulverized into fine particles, essentially undoing all the precision work of cookie production. Massive industrial grinders equipped with hardened steel blades crush the caramelized cookies into uniform crumbs. These powerful machines operate at controlled speeds to prevent overheating, which could alter the delicate spice flavors that define the Biscoff taste profile. Once the cookies transform into fine particles resembling coarse flour, the controlled addition of vegetable oils begins through specialized mixing equipment that transforms cookie crumbs into a smooth, spreadable consistency without losing the signature flavor. High-speed mixers equipped with multiple paddle attachments gradually incorporate rapeseed oil and palm oil into the cookie powder. The mixing process requires precise timing and temperature control to achieve the proper emulsion that prevents oil separation. The temperature-controlled conching process borrowed from chocolate manufacturing develops the spread's creamy texture while preserving the caramelized spice profile. These large conching machines, originally designed for chocolate production, work the mixture for hours using heated granite rollers. The conching action breaks down remaining cookie particles to microscopic sizes while developing the smooth mouthfeel that makes the spread easily spreadable on bread or toast. The filling and packaging lines portion the spread into jars using machinery that prevents air bubbles and ensures consistent texture. Automated filling stations deposit precise amounts of spread into glass jars through specialized nozzles designed to minimize air incorporation. The machinery maintains the spread at optimal temperature during filling to prevent thickness variations that could affect spreadability. Quality control testing analyzes each batch for spreadability, flavor intensity, and shelf stability across different storage conditions. Laboratory technicians use specialized instruments to measure the spread's viscosity and consistency, ensuring it maintains a proper texture whether stored in cool European climates or warm tropical environments. The testing includes accelerated aging studies that simulate months of storage in various temperature conditions. The spread that started as a viewer's suggestion now requires its own dedicated production lines operating alongside the cookie manufacturing facilities. Separate quality control protocols ensure the spread maintains consistent flavor and texture characteristics that complement but don't compete with the original cookie experience. The production capacity has expanded to meet demand across European breakfast markets, where the spread has gained popularity as a premium alternative to traditional nut spreads. This manufacturing innovation represents the broader evolution of food production, where consumer suggestions drive technological advancement, requiring entirely new production methodologies to transform familiar products into completely different applications while preserving their essential character. What started as a family bakery's attempt to sell cookies year-round has become a masterclass in how precision engineering and strategic branding can transform simple ingredients into global phenomena. The Boone family's original problem of seasonal sales limitations drove innovations that now influence industrial food production worldwide. The next time you open a jar of Biscoff spread or bite into the airline cookie, you're experiencing the result of nearly a century of manufacturing evolution. Each smooth spoonful represents millions of perfectly baked cookies ground and reconstituted through processes that didn't exist when Jan Boone Sr. first shaped his Lotus embossed treats by hand in 1932. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment your favorite Biscoff application and subscribe for more fascinating factory stories.